We live in amazing time. Robots came to replace humans. Now they are actively used in factories, drive cars, conduct exchange operations, and even perform surgical operations. Robots perform their functions much more accurately than humans. Many students who decide to become surgeons now express concerns about the potential lack of demand for their profession in the future. Every year, progress is accelerating and less human participation in various technological processes is required. In a recent interview, Elon Musk said that total automation will lead to a significant reduction in the cost of goods and increase in their diversity. The need for human labor will fall from year to year, and countries will gradually switch to using unconditional basic income. A person will no longer need to go to work, he will receive money in fact just like that. Already today, some Scandinavian countries and Switzerland are experimenting with the basic income. The main question is, what does humanity expect when such a practice will be applied everywhere? The life of individuals of the species Homo sapiens, as well as for any other species of living organisms, took place in a constant struggle for limited resources. In modern humans, such resources are various material values. They encouraged to achieve something, to strive for something. Competition for resources was often very tough. Only the most intelligent, cunning, strong came out the winner in the competition. Now imagine a situation that suddenly everything became available in any quantity and almost for free. What will all this lead to? Obviously, people's interest and desire to get new knowledge and skills will fade away. Why strive for something, to rush somewhere, when all the benefits can be obtained without much effort? The most interesting thing is that apparently the process of regression of Homo sapiens has been going on for many thousands of years. This process is extremely slow. Alexander Markov, a leading researcher at the Paleontological Museum of the Russian Academy of Sciences, in his book Human Evolution, notes that Cro-Magnon or prehistoric humans had a maximum human brain volume as a percentage of body weight. As a result of the development of culture, the brain volume of modern man began to decrease. This happened for the following reason. The human brain is a very complicated thing that consumes a lot of energy. About 20% of the total energy spent by the body. Besides, giving birth to a child with a large brain is a very difficult process. For a Cro-Magnon or prehistoric humans, owning a powerful computing device was vital. The world around is complex and dangerous, and a man is weak. To survive in this world, you need to have remarkable intellectual abilities. With the appearance of the language of communication and culture, the situation has changed. Through training processes, it became possible to transfer vital skills and knowledge about making tools, about the best hunting strategies, about cooking, etc. The need for a large brain has decreased. Evolution is pragmatic. Why expose the mother and baby to unnecessary risk during childbirth, as well as supply energy to the large brain, when culture helps increase the survival of individuals by transmitting useful knowledge? Evolution optimized Homo sapiens, following new realities. The process of rapid technological development that we are currently observing can dramatically accelerate this optimization of our brain. Right now we don't have to performing mathematical operations in mind, cause now every phone has a calculator. A modern computer can perform complex calculations, which were previously carried out by entire research institutes. Today on the streets of cities, you can see the transport controlled by the computers. By the end of the century, robots will significantly displace humans in many fields of activity. Some developed countries will switch to using the unconditional basic income for all of their citizens. Several centuries will pass and developing countries will the path of developed countries. What then happens to the Homo sapiens? In my opinion, exciting evolutionary changes will occur with Homo sapiens. Computers will inherit our intelligence, then this intelligence will surpass ours. As a result, Homo sapiens will slowly disappear from our planet, giving way to a perfect form of life. In the history of our world, this has happened many times. There will be no war with robots. Humanity is more likely to be reborn, leaving the biological shell and moving into the technological one. This shell is significantly more energy efficient. To maintain the vital functions of this shell, it's not necessary to produce food, medicine, clothes, and so on, and also to maintain comfortable room temperature. Even there will be no need to move from one point in space to another, burning tons of fuel, because information can be transmitted remotely without wires. Even distant worlds for such a form of life will be more accessible. Evolution is unidirectional. It leads to the appearance of more advanced life forms that are most adapted to the environment and also use energy more efficiently. Any species of living organism in our planet has its own lifespan. The species appears, reaches prosperity, and disappears, giving way to a more perfect species. We are no exception. We are the same part of nature. Of course, this process will be slightly different for Homo sapiens, but in my opinion the result is inevitable. We will slowly leave the arena of action, making the world cleaner.